I'm live or not. I'm trying my best here, y'all. Let me know in the chat if you hear me, if you see me, if anything's happening. Oh, I'm live. What's up, everybody? I don't know what I'm doing. Tried my best here. Let's see if this is working. Do you hear me? Do you see me? Yes? Maybe? All right, cool. I'm getting an Alex J. Sandoval. What's up, Tim? Oh, here we go. Everybody, I want y'all to know, I have literally never live streamed by myself. Not a single time. I attempted to once for a Pokemon Presents back in the day. And that went horribly wrong. If I remember correctly, it never went live, so I just recorded it and posted it later. I'm repeating myself, you're saying. Oh, that's not good. Let me see what's going on there. I think it might be fixed, because I heard myself and I scared myself. That's how this works here. Again, we're strapping in for some fun today. I'm expecting some incredibly hype announcements for anybody that cares about the MCU. But more than that, I am very excited that I'm trying this by myself for the first time. It's going to be a very janky stream, as you can see. Half the screen, not even half, almost half, is this face. And the other half is a YouTube window, and you see a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not Kevin. I'm not Baron, okay? I'm Tim Gettys. I'm here to have some fun with y'all. I got my lo-fi Loki beats going on. Got a little Agatha all along. We're just going to hang out, me and you. The beautiful chat here on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames on this beautiful Saturday night, seeing what Kevin Feige and the team have in store for us. Here's what we're going to try to do throughout the night. It's going to be tough. They're not streaming this panel, and I really, really wish that they were. So instead, we're just going to kind of bop around. If there's a trailer, we're going to watch it like this on YouTube. If there is live Twitter people, influencers, I guess you would call them, press, I'm not so sure. Whatever they are, I'm going to be like looking at like our boy Eric Voss from New Rockstars. We'll be looking through his Twitter, pulling things up as it comes in. So I need your help as much as you need mine when it comes to all of this. If you guys have any better Twitter accounts, or like if anyone's streaming a YouTube, like just straight up streaming the panel from Hall H, slide that link in. Let's see what's going on until it gets taken down. I'm getting an important phone call. I'm gonna have to go on mute for 1 second. Oh, what's up, everybody? You know how it is. It's a Saturday, so there's things going on that are out of my control. She is not here. She's actually camping. She brought the dogs camping, which is definitely a choice. And I appreciate it. She's like, you can stay home. You've been doing a lot. I'm also like, I didn't even tell her that this was happening, but she would understand. She would understand. All right, let's see. We got y'all chatting in, which is great. And I appreciate that. We're going to have fun. Do you hear the music? Do I sound okay?
Boy.
Does it sound okay? Oh, Greg Miller just popped in. Here's the test. Do you hear Greg Miller and his voice?
I was talking, Tim. I was talking to all of you. You want to say hi, Ben?
Hi.
Hi, Ben.
Hi.
Are you excited? Ben, are you excited for the Marvel Hall H panel?
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to announce that it's Avengers vs. X-Men?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to keep riding this bike?
Yeah.
All right, bye.
I love it.
How do I
y'all-
sound?
okay, yep, they hear Ben, they hear Greg. This is awesome.
Oh, Greg. Welcome.
All right. Barrett is slacking me to turn down the background music just a little bit. I like this. Again, a team effort for somebody trying his best. I'm actually pretty impressed that it so far has all come together, that I actually got this up and running. One of the only times I've ever even opened OBS myself. It's also not rocket science. You know what I mean? For me.
It's come so far, Tim. It's
Yeah,
come so far.
exactly.
Remember when we started doing this in 2015? We didn't know what the hell was going
Yeah,
on.
they made it a lot easier these days. How you doing, Greg?
I'm good. Had
Yeah.
a big day at Train Town with Snowbike Mike and Ben and Jen.
Snow Bike Mike. Okay. Has he been there before?
Yeah. No, this is his first time. His mind was blown, of course.
Mm-hmm. That is
But
exciting.
I'm just checking in. I want to wish you luck. I'll be watching along.
you.
I'll be
Love
excited
it.
to see what happens.
Me too. I'm expecting a lot,
Hopefully
Greg.
there'll be some.
My hype
You
is.
what now? I know you
I'm
are. You
I'm
got me
expecting-
hyped. I wasn't hyped. I was not hyped before it got announced or whatever. And then you kept telling me all these things you think is gonna happen. Now I'm hyped.
Yeah, and I'm convinced more than ever, Greg.
Well, I saw Feige in his interviews being like, dodging the questions about Kang Dynasty and be like, well, only if there was something coming up where we had a big thing where we could announce it. So
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm excited.
All right.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, catch it. Pop in whenever you want or not. But love you. Have fun.
Sure.
Bye.
Love you too. And chat, remember that Shroud has more viewers than these guys.
So yeah, this is gonna be fun. Chat, we're expecting a lot today. If you remember, in 2019, before the pandemic, there was a big Comic-Con Marvel Hall H panel. I was not in the room, but I was at Comic-Con and I got to feel the excitement of it all. And that was a big one. That's when they announced kind of the Phase 4 slate of stuff that I can't believe at this point is all out, but things like Ant-Man Quantumania and Guardians 3, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Then in 2022, so 2 years ago, they went really hard and they announced all of Phase 5, teased some of Phase 6. That's where they announced Avengers Kang Dynasty, Avengers Secret Wars, the Fantastic Four, and a whole bunch of other projects. I think there was 17 projects announced that year. So this, I think, because a lot of stuff has, it's not crazy to say that the conversation, at the very least, around the Marvel Studios output, both on the TV and movie sides, is not as fervorous and excited as it once was. So I expect them to take that in stride and use this as an opportunity to the best of their abilities, refocus on the surefire wins. I think we just saw that this week with Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's get things back on track, how they're setting things up. I think that they're going to try to just get through the multiverse saga, speed it up a little faster than I think they might have wanted to do in the past, and just be like, fuck it. We're giving you the Fox X-Men and the Avengers you care about. I expect sequels to some of the bigger hits of the newer movies with new characters. So I think Shang-Chi 2 is going to be announced today. And besides that, I just think that they're going to create a very clear path to Secret Wars that gets us all very excited. I think the most get hype moment, I'm expecting Avengers vs. X-Men at this point. So to me, that would be just more of a hell yeah, this is awesome. But the get hype for me, it's our boy. I think it's incredibly unlikely. But with what we just saw in Deadpool Wolverine, the unlikely could happen at any given moment at this point. But if they officially announce a date and title for Spider-Man 4, that's going to be sick as hell. Unlikely, though, because it's studio stuff, but who knows? But there was a lot to talk about. There's Daredevil Born Again. There's obviously the upcoming Agatha All Along. I imagine we'll see the Fantastic Four on stage, maybe in costume even. Something I'm not expecting to hear about is Mahershala Ali's Blade. And another thing just to say, this stream, and I imagine some of the things of the show, this is full spoilers for the MCU. So if you don't want to be spoiled on anything, maybe don't hang out here and don't watch this type of stuff, because there's going to be a lot of things, including Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm not going to go out of my way necessarily to spoil things, but given the context and predictions of the hype of what we're building here, and the fact that they straight up at Comic-Con, and I'm sure across all of your social feeds, have spoiled every single second of that movie, which is a interesting choice, but I also get it with where they're at right now. All right. I am going to close that window. I'm going to need y'all in chat to do two things for me. Let me know if something's going wrong on my front, but then also if people are coming into the chat and they're just like, what the fuck? Why is it just Tim? Why does it look so bad? What the hell's going on? Try to explain it for me. I would appreciate that. All right, so I'm just looking at some Twitter accounts right now, trying to see. So Eric Voss is in Hall H. He's been there for at least an hour. What will he get us? What news will he drop? What song is this? What is it? Oh, some random... Oh, the WandaVision, specifically the year 2000 theme song that sounded like The Office. That's funny. Andy Cortez in the chat. What's up, dude? Langley says the Fantastic Four movie doesn't start filming till Monday, so if they're going to be here, it'll probably just be the actors, no costumes. They don't reveal costumes IRL at San Diego. You're right, and I expect that, but also I think that there's a lot of attention right now that they want to kind of use. But it's also important to note that they do have Disney Plus, or no, D23 next month. Like, honestly, like 3 weeks. So... I don't know. They need to save some things for that. Maybe they'll save some of the more show announcements for that. But I do expect we'll get some Daredevil stuff today. The thing that sucks about this is, like, I have the hype and feeling of, like, when we do a PlayStation showcase or something, we're like, oh man, we're counting down the moments, we're about to watch it. I hate that we can't even watch this thing. Like, I get that they want it for the people in the room, but, like, do a live stream and then just block out some of the fun stuff and, like, you know, it sucks. We will get something Fantastic Four related, though. That's for sure. I just don't know what. But the thing is, with all my theories that, again, aren't rocket science, but connecting from where we're at with the last couple post-credits of Deadpool and Wolverine, looking through to Secret Wars, and if Avengers 5 is Avengers versus X-Men, adding a Fantastic Four that is, they're out of time, they are from a different universe, and the idea that their universe might be getting incursioned, like getting destroyed, and Galactus is part of that. Fucking Galactus, voiced by our boy Sid. Come on. Awesome Wave says, hey Tim, any non-Marvel news from Comic-Con that got you hyped so far? The DC logo, I'm very interested in that. I think that's a great direction for them to go. James Gunn, always. I trust him so much. The Creature Commando trailer that dropped, it looks good, but I don't like that it's the first DC Studios project dropping. Like, that seems like a bad step to get off on in terms of, like, creating excitement and all of that. Not that that really matters, because people can just either watch it or not, but to watch a trailer, it's just like, all right, we're getting a team of misfits together. I've seen this story a lot of times. So, and also it being animated just makes it feel less, so I know it really kicks off with Superman, but it's just hard to get too hyped there. And then Akumadon says, thoughts on the Transformers 1 trailer. Oh man, like, let's be real. The first Transformers 1 trailer looked so bad, and it, like, broke my heart. Then all the reviews of the screener sounded like the movie's amazing. And then they dropped this trailer, and I'm not believing it still. Like, this trailer didn't, like, make me go, oh shit, they got the stuff. But the last, like, minute of the trailer gave me some hope that I'm just wrong and that this movie's about to rip. It's just hearing, like, Keegan-Michael Key as Bumblebee, and like, it just feels like kids movie stuff that I know we're talking about transforming car toys, but it should mean something to me, man. KI7000 says, do we hear the name Kang tonight whatsoever? I'm very interested. I think we will. Like, I don't know if they're going to directly talk about it, about like, oh, well, Kang's done, but they're gonna rename the Kang Dynasty. Like, they've already said that. So I think it'd be hard, unless they just say Avengers 5 is now titled and they just totally stay away from it. But Kang is done. Like, Kang is wrapped up unless they want him to not be wrapped up. Like, the Loki season 2, like, that could be the end, and we're good. We wrapped it up in a pretty little bow. All right, let me see. We're 3 minutes away. Let's see, we got Brandon Davis. All right, let's get the lineup of Twitters here. Okay, 1 minute. It's main event time, baby. All right, then I got new rock stars themselves, which I imagine Eric is actually going to be tweeting from this. So once I see how that's going, we'll get rid of one of them. I know Discussing Film is in the building, and they're great. Okay, cool. Andrew, I'm going to open him as well. Same deal. Got to Venmo my brother some money. How y'all doing, though, on this Saturday night? Do anything fun, or is this your plan? And if so, thank you. It's pretty cool you want to hang out and do this. Jesus. Oh, man, come on. And She Hollis says, I plan my day around this stream, not gonna lie. That's hilarious and awesome. Thank you so much for that. I Don't Beat Game says, do you think we'll get a trailer for Spider-Man freshman year? See, that's interesting, because there is that and Eyes of Wakanda, which is the other animated series that we know exists, but we haven't gotten anything from it. Like, there's a logo floating around, but I don't even know if that's official. But I imagine that those type of announcements to me feel like a D23 type thing. But again, there was 17 projects talked about 2 years ago at Comi-Con, and they also had a D23 that year. So, SLC says, I think we get a Daredevil trailer. I wouldn't be surprised. A Thunderbolts trailer is the other thing that I think would make a lot of sense. But I imagine in Comic-Con fashion, there's going to be some trailers that we just straight up don't get to see at all, that they don't release them on YouTube. So Langley says there was rumors of a Marvel Animation theatrical film. That would be interesting. I feel like that's the type of thing that we would have heard more leaks about. Like those type of projects, I feel like we get leaked before formally announced, like officially knowing what the project is. Ransom says, Tim, do you think we'll get a Spider-Man 4 title? That's the problem, man. Like, because the Sony partnership, it just gets a little dicey, but I know they would want to do it here. And again, this is their moment. They want all eyes on this, and they want to make sure that people are as excited for Marvel as possible. And for that, I think you go back to the greatest hits. You give the people what you want. You don't get down to the echoes. You know, you gotta just end this multiverse saga as strong as possible. Just literally give the people what they want, because when you give them all this other stuff, it just dilutes the excitement. Not necessarily the quality, but as we've seen, it has diluted the quality. So my biggest fear there is our next movie up is Captain America Brave New World. And there's gonna be a lot riding on that movie to like keep the momentum of Deadpool going, and that leading into Thunderbolts, that's not necessarily the big win that I was just talking about, but Thunderbolts also has that asterisk. I'm very interested in what's going on with the asterisk, and I imagine we'll find out today, because Kevin Feige always wears his hats, and his hat this time, at least for the weekend, has been the bullets forming the asterisk from Thunderbolts. Quinny29 says, Tim, what's the ultimate hype announcement? I mean, I think the easy answer is Avengers vs. X-Men as Spider-Man as Avengers 5, and then a Spider-Man 4 being here, officially announced and dated, so we can kind of start piecing together the roadmap ahead of us. But yeah. It's so funny because 2 years ago, if you had told me that I would want Avengers 5 to be Avengers vs. X-Men, I wouldn't have believed you because I was so against it. I wanted to get to the new X-Men and leave the old ones behind and just have them be more cameos when they would come back, like Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart and James Marsden and all that stuff. But because of how poorly the Multiverse Saga started in terms of consistency, I think now it's like, oh shit, pull the brakes and again, give the people what they want and let's get this going. And they, whether it's planned or not, have fallen into an excellent storyline that I think people will be able to look at the same way they looked at Phase 1 and 2 leading into Infinity War with the Infinity Stones. Because the reality is when we were watching Phases 1 and 2, like, it was not until like 3 stones in that it was like, oh, they're doing the stones. Because it's like, you're telling me that the Space Stone was supposed to be in the fucking cube? No. You're telling me that the fucking Mind Stone was supposed to be in Loki's scepter and it was a different color? No. They retcon shit. And that's what they're going to do here to make it all work. I Don't Beat Game says the panel's officially begun with smoke machines. Let's go. My favorites. All right, let's see if there's any updates on the Twitter accounts. Fog machines are clouding Hall H before the Marvel panel starts. Let's go. I need more info on the fog machines. Oh, here we go. We got some pictures, y'all. Pictures of the fog machines. Quinny29 says, Tim, I'm drinking Claws with my girlfriend, watching you on the big screen, and when you answered my question, I popped hard, and she looked at me like I'm dumb. Thanks, bro. You're welcome. Enjoy the Claws. Have a great time, and let's hope for some hype today. Another interesting thing to think about is some of the follow-ups to projects that we've seen in this phase. So, like, we had Moon Knight. We had Werewolf by Night. There's been rumors of Midnight Suns. I can see them announcing that, but that's also a project that might be on the back burner if they're just like, yo, just play the hits. But that could be interesting. Because the other thing we got to keep in mind is there's only so many movie slots per year. And I think part of the Marvel fatigue is just the sheer quantity of things coming out. This year, we only have Deadpool and Wolverine. But next year, we already know that we have 3 Captain America, Thunderbolts, and Fantastic Four. And that's a lot. Robin Van Bender says Thor 5 definitely getting some shine here. That's another one that's heavily rumored. Thor, God of Thunder, potentially being the title. It focusing on him and Hercules, being a more serious Thor movie, going out of the Ragnarok and Love and Thunder vibe. Okay. Jesse Nash is saying Robert Downey Jr. is Dr. Doom. I would not want him as Dr. Doom. I think Doom needs to be built up to and done correctly as the character that Doom is. But, again, I'm such a broken record here with the play and the hits. I do think if a superior Iron Man, evil Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. is the ultimate Thanos villain of Secret Wars, that's the way we use the restrictions of real life of actors being alive in this time right now and able to do these roles. That's how you get Robert Downey Jr., Tobey Maguire, Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, and the whole squad, everyone possible in one movie for an event. All right. Let's see. I want some updates, y'all. The lights have went down. The fog is rolling out. Starting with the sizzle reel. One of my favorite things in the world is a good hype reel. Hype reel plus some fog machines. This sounds like a Tim Gettys event. I appreciate it. Someone in the chat just said Sonic the Hedgehog 3 trailer in all caps. And I hope that it's real. I don't think that they had a panel, though. The problem is they're saying nobody except me says, LOL, refresh faster, Tim. I don't think there's going to be that many updates. Like, that's the problem with these type of things. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. Saint LaFelice says, chances we get any Wonder Man news, or is that officially canceled? I don't think it's canceled. Like, that's the problem is, like, I just think that there's a lot of projects that were in production. So we're going to get Vision Quest. We're going to get Wonder Man. And it's funny that those haven't officially been announced yet, but like, and Eyes of Wakanda, like we're going to get them. But again, those might be saved for D23. Feeling good about this Andrew guy. Atrocity says, it sounds like this is more for movies and D23 for shows. I would hope, but I don't know. But also Daredevil, so. Oh, that was it for that. Let's see if I can. Some other Marvel going on. Just relaxing Marvel music. What's going on here? Yeah, I like that. We're just chilling today, y'all. Until the hype comes. Then we're popping the fuck off. Connor Grady says, how you doing today, Tim? I'm doing very well. Very excited for this. I have incredibly high expectations. Marvel Studios panel begins with the new MCU fanfare, including a shot of Deadpool from the 2016 movie of Deadpool seeing Colossus tossed by angel dust. So I imagine that's just the same, or at least a similar version to what we saw in Deadpool and Wolverine. Cyberbone said, how did your raiding go? Today was a Pokemon Go raid day for Mega Lucario. And oh man, we went hard. We went so hard. I spent much of my morning doing that. I got it all done, got everything I needed. So much experience points. I am now halfway to level 49, which is wild. So Cyberbones, thank you for raiding with me. That was awesome. Andy has texted me saying, make sure you're checking the replies of people on Twitter. That's very smart. I'm just going to do that. Oh, okay. So straight up, he's going to be doing it from New Rockstar. So I'm going to just, I'll leave it there just to have it, but Kevin Feige announced the Marvel Cinematic Universe has just crossed $30 billion at the box office, which is crazy, making it the #1 highest grossing franchise of all time. I mean, it already was, but now the first to cross 30 billion. What's wild is the second place is only $11 billion. And there's a lot of movies, so that makes sense, but that's wild to go from 30 to 11. You know who it is? My boy. My boy. Spidey. All right, we got Kevin wearing a Fantastic Four hat. Okay. They're focusing on the 4. There was also a super cool Marvel drone show that they did after the Deadpool and Wolverine panel that they did that had a bunch of Deadpool and Wolverine characters, but then there was also Galactus and the Fantastic Four logo, which is sick as hell. Rob Delaney is the panel's moderator. Feige says they're only talking about 3 movies. Huh. That's weird. Okay, hold on. I am going to pause this. A Deadpool-themed choir opens the Marvel Studios panel. Jesus. Oh my god, this is awesome! Bob Ross Deadpool. Potential Avengers vs. X-Men Instagram account surfaced online. This doesn't mean shit to me, but I still believe. I believe, everybody. I love goofy stuff like the choir. Like, let's have some pomp and circumstance here for the people in the room. Changed to 3 films mainly. See, I like that. I like that.
Hello, Tim.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
I don't know why that scared me, Joe. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm
Have
good.
I missed anything?
No, it just started. It's exciting. Exciting times. But yeah, no, we're just they're talking about 3 2025 movies, they said, and they're mainly going to talk about that, but there will be some other stuff, but mainly 3. So far, so good. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I fucked up and realized that I put in a grocery order to get picked up before 8, but I'm like, oh, I don't know how long this panel is, so I'll have to go do that at some point.
It's an hour.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Do we think the movies that we're talking about in 2025 are those just the ones we already know about?
I mean, I imagine, because so Captain America: Brave New World's the first of 3 movies the Hall H panel will focus on. BD just tweeted, but they're saying that there's 3. We already know there's 3. There's Captain America, Thunderbolts, and Fantastic Four. So I imagine they're going to talk about those, but that's the mainly. But then I think they're going to start getting wild. There isn't enough. There aren't more dates, and I don't think they're going to do more than 3 movies again in a year.
Yeah,
not be necessarily a great idea. Barrett is telling me to right-click on your name and bring your volume down 5 to 10%. Joey, can you talk again?
I can talk right now. I guess that makes sense that they would only talk about movies that'll come out next year, but also upsetting.
Yeah.
And by upsetting, I mean
something
really
tells me
upsetting.
that they're just building some hype here. I think that I think we're getting somewhere special. Barrett says perfect. Thank you for the support. I appreciate everyone at Kind of Funny coming through to help.
Oh yeah, I saw Andy banning people in the chat earlier.
Yeah, but I don't really know what I'm doing, but I appreciate that. I also appreciate the almost 2,400 of you hanging out with us today. Very exciting. Wait, I don't want to go to notifications. Yeah. Anthony Mackie said to Tom Holland, this must have been in the past. He said, I didn't have a movie. I said, well, you're not 5'11". I got a movie. You're not going to be 5'11", though. Yes, Tom Holland, fuck you. That's awesome. Is there anything you're looking forward to, Joey?
I mean, it's weird because I feel like in a different world, this is my ideal lineup. We get another cat movie, we get Thunderbolts, and with Sebastian Stan and Florence Pugh, and then Fantastic Four, like, which I'm very excited about. Like, this should be my ideal lineup, but I have like I don't have like a lot of confidence in Captain America, pretty much at all.
Yeah. I'm
Which
definitely
is a
not
bummer.
nearly as low as you and Goldfarb seem to be on it. I am also not high on it. I look at that and I'm like, this is not a project that I'm super into, but I think that the reshoots and stuff are ultimately going to be a good thing for that movie. I just still don't have full faith that it's going to be enough to like keep the momentum of what we just saw with Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We got some updates here. So it started off with the Deadpool choir. Then we had the cast arrive for Brave New World. Okay, new rock stars who I trust, because it's Eric tweeting this, says Kevin Feige will first talk about 3 Marvel titles coming in 2025. So, first talk.
Okay.
And then Rob Delaney, Peter Poole, takes the stage to be the moderator. Anthony Mackie implies that Sam Wilson will not receive the super soldier serum in Brave New World. He describes Sam as a cerebral, thoughtful character. Tim Blake Nelson doesn't reveal much about his take on the leader in Captain America Brave New World, but the panel makes reference to a bulging head. Yeah, we're getting our big head boy. I can't believe we're getting him back. The minor character from The Incredible Hulk in 2008 that we got one shot of his head kind of like bulging a little bit, and now he's going to be one of the main villains in a Captain America movie, like almost 20 years later. Oh, here it is. They announced Giancarlo Esposito playing Sidewinder. Sidewinder, one of the Serpent Society characters, which means maybe Seth Rollins is not actually cut from the movie. Seth Rollins, Joey, WWE superstar.
Oh, I'm aware. He's one of the ones that's always like impossibly wet.
He's one of the most impossibly wet ones.
I didn't realize that he'd gotten cut.
Yeah, at some point, one of the accounts, like, and I think it was a more official account, like a Variety or Deadline, had announced that. Yeah, Giancarlo confirms he's playing King of the Serpent Society, Sidewinder, in Captain America: Brave New World. That's so wild because, I mean, I know you remember this, Joey, because I remind you constantly because I'm a fucking nerd. But when they did their first phase lineup thing where they announced all this stuff, and they started with Cap 3, which was Captain America, the Serpent Society, and then at the end they're like, let's go back, and they renamed it Civil War. That was one of the hypest moments ever. And now we're getting the Serpent Society because that's where we're at. We've done everything else.
We got to go back to the well.
All right, let's see what's going on with discussing film. What's up, Prototype 115?
I'm excited for Giancarlo. I'm just sad that we're not going to get Bucky and Sam because that was a fun dynamic in the show, even if I didn't.
For sure. Dope. Feige says Brave New World's a return to the grounded aspects of the Winter Soldier.
Which I like.
I do too. It's hard to believe.
In theory.
Yeah. The problem is Winter Soldier is such a unique thing that I think hit so hard because it was so different than what we'd had before in MCU. I just think that now everything's gotten too big and cosmic and magical and everything to pull that off without it just feeling a little bit weird. But I hope I'm wrong. We also have a Red Hulk in it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I feel like that's the side of the MCU that I definitely skew towards. But like even Black Widow and stuff, I was like, I don't know if I needed that anymore.
Adamantium confirmed.
Ooh.
All right, so I mean, it's not a big surprise, but Tiamat, the big celestial being from Eternals that ended up like kind of like in the ocean. We see it a little bit in the trailer for Captain America. The rumors have been there's a similar to vibranium being on Earth and being incredibly valuable in the war happening for that. The plot, the driving force of Captain America 4 is going to be a fight over the adamantium that is in that celestial's body. Which is cool. Like, I'm into that.
Adamantium. Is that X-Men-y
That's
stuff?
Wolverine. That's the Wolverine skeleton stuff. So getting more mutant-related things into the world is a very good thing.
Yes. Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah, here we go. Adamantium will be introduced to the MCU. Introduced. I mean, come on. A clip from Brave New World shows Harrison Ford's Thunderbolt Ross directly talking about the Celestial coming out of Earth. So everybody, you can shut the fuck up. Obviously, they were going to talk about it eventually. Okay, the pop verse. Thank you, KI7000, for giving me a Twitter account to pop into. Oh, it's a whole ass website. I don't know, man. Oh, okay. Actually, this is great. Thank you for this.
Ooh, this is a fun little feed.
Yeah. Let's start from the beginning here. So, Danny Ramirez is talking about being the Falcon. What was that? Did you hear that?
No.
I heard like a ding. Hold on. I hope that it's not going to affect the stream. Danny Ramirez is talking about being the Falcon. I feel at home in the skies. Top Gun Maverick there, baby. It's cool to take these wings that have gone through many iterations. I thought they came with knee braces too because they're a little bit older. Giancarlo says, joining the MCU is a dream come true. I have a great deal of gratitude for the fans who he thanks for getting him into the MCU. He's revealing his character. I'm king of the Serpent Society. Sidewinder. I heard a ding again.
They're saying it's the posts loading on that page.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry, guys. We're about to get some dings, but also...
You can probably mute the tab, right?
But I like the dings. That means we know we got something to check out, all right?
Exciting.
Oh, cool. There's a lot. It's a lot off my shoulders, says Esposito. I never realized how heavy the shield was. My costume's a lot of responsibility. He thanks his castmates for helping him tell the story in a truthful way. President Ross talks about a celestial mass that appeared in the ocean. It's a follow-up from Eternals. The truth is, the new element belongs to all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Adamantium, says Ross. Oh, I got chills. This is exciting. Ross asks Sam Wilson to rebuild the Avengers. Cap is skeptical because Ross was responsible for Civil War. What happens when we disagree on how to handle a situation? Ross says his team will put it to bed. This is bullshit. This is politics, says Ross. Global power is shifting. You're just another empty symbol, says an unseen character. And then we see the full Red Hulk behind the presidential podium. Huh.
Ooh, who's in here now?
Hello.
Oh, Barrett Courtney joining us.
Oh, Barrett Courtney.
What up?
This is exciting stuff. Crowd going wild. Cast on stage. They're hugging, high-fiving each other. Harrison Ford's here. The room's losing its mind. Ford's playing up the surly stereotype. I would have grown a mustache if I was asked. Maggie just yelled, that's Harrison Ford. Fuck Tom Holland. I got Harrison Ford. I love that the beef just continues.
Where did this beef start?
There was an interview leading into, I want to say, Infinity War, where they were just like the two of them together, and they were just like fucking with each other, and Tom was giving him shit for not having his own movie.
Gotcha. Also, Tim, listen, I saw Deadpool and Wolverine last night.
Hell yes.
We had a fantastic time. I think that was my favorite. That's my favorite Deadpool movie, I think, so far.
Hell yeah. That's so good to hear.
Yeah, because I really like Deadpool, but I always like Deadpool more when he has someone to bounce off of, and that's why I liked 2, because we got the Deadpool and Cable relationship that I really love, personally the most. But then, yeah, him and Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman were just so goddamn fun, man.
Come on, dude. Yeah, I was DMing with Brian Intihar about it this morning, and he saw it, and he's like, I already want to watch it again. I booked tickets. Like, I fucking loved it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, how was seeing it, both of you, I guess, with like opening weekend crowd.
Awesome, Joey. Awesome. I want to go see it a third time.
It was good. There was one dude who was like laughing a little too hard. Like,
it's a balance.
Yeah, that I definitely it was hard to hear some things, and the same person was also like repeating lines very loudly. It was like, all right.
Andy asked me to change Barrett's volume. I just did that. Let me know if it works for y'all.
Yeah, I was also bringing down my personal input volume.
Oh yeah. Oh, let me pull you up then.
No. Okay. All right. Sorry.
Cool. Got you there. Barrett, can you talk a little bit?
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. I'm just gonna hang out for a little bit while I wait for my French bread pizzas to
Let me know if he sounds okay,
to
y'all.
be done.
Okay, cool. Hold on. Let's go back to this. I've been watching. Wait, hold on. Let's see. What makes this president different from playing a president before in Air Force One? One of the greatest movies of all fucking time. Get off my plane. This is a character who's based a lot of history developed with Bill Hurt, who played the character previously. But now I am Thaddeus, and I'm delighted. I am proud to become a member of the Marvel Universe. Sure you are, Harrison. Sure you are. I've been watching fantastic actors, some of whom are here tonight. I have a lot of fun in the Marvel Universe, and I wanted a piece of the action. Ford thinks the movie is fantastic. So, 2 people said fantastic. I mean, it's their job, but still.
Now just 2 more times, and then it'll be 4 fantastic.
There we go. Just when I think my dream of a nerdy life can't be any more complete, I hear Harrison Ford say the word adamantium. Feige says. That's awesome. All right, I'm going to boost Barrett a little bit more. Think this should be good. All right, let's boom, go back here. Let's see what we got going on with some of this stuff. I'm going to kill Voss's because he's clearly on the new Rockstars one.
How many Comic-Cons is this for Harrison Ford? I feel like it's so many.
That's so funny, but I mean, like, I don't know if he was a big Comic-Con guy, because I feel like Star Wars didn't, and maybe I'm going to be an idiot saying this, but like, I just don't remember Star Wars having too much Comic-Con presence.
I feel like it.
Yeah, I remember the one time when I was
Force Awakens, for sure.
Yeah.
I worked 3 Comic-Cons, maybe just 2. Yeah, I think 2, and the one that he was there for was Blade Runner.
Check this out.
Man, I got a story about that. Oh, him going all Hulk mode, Jesus.
Maybe
at
that. This is
What the hell?
That's fine.
I like always think of him as being so curmudgeonly about things, but like
Yeah.
clearly he's having fun with this.
Carl's in the chat says, "Ain't no way Harrison Ford's hulking out." That's hella funny. Red Hulk at a podium in front of the White House. That I love. The idea of
Interesting.
it's not going to be some secret shadow shit like the fucking president is the Red Hulk and the world's going to know that. That's cool. All right, let's make our way back over here.
Brandon in the chat says maybe he just hates Star Wars. That's a good
You know?
chance.
Here we got a video.
Oh.
Oh no. I don't know, guys. Good for him. Have some fun. People are hyped on the design of Red Hulk. It's way better than I was expecting.
Thunderbolts taking the stage.
Here we go, your boy Joey.
I know, but like I feel like the marketing's been so weird where he's in some of it and now he's not, and like I have low expectations for his role in this movie, I feel like.
Florence Pugh's name gets massive cheers, but Sebastian Stan gets even more.
Woo!
Ugh.
Director Jake
My
Schreier's
people.
on stage, and David Harbour arrived in full Red Guardian costume. I come
Hell
to
yeah.
introduce you to the brand new team of heroes in the MCU. It's this great. They are wonderful. He's in full character. It's
Where's Julia
hilarious.
Louis-Dreyfus?
Yeah, she'll come. He looks at the rest of the cast. Oh my God, you guys didn't dress up. Guys, I sent that email. We all said we were going to dress up because it's Comic-Con. Y'all are the worst. Let's see. Feige's explaining that the Thunderbolts are disconnected from Thunderbolt Ross in Brave New World.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Chat saying Dreyfus is there.
Ooh, all right.
Do you think we ever get to a point where they just stream these panels.
I don't.
No,
I think they want there's money in Comic-Con like hype around it. It sucks.
If they would have done it, it would have happened already. I feel like
Yeah.
in our new streaming age. Someone asked, "What is Thunderbolts?" I feel like the best way to explain it is like kind of their weird version of Suicide Squad, but kind of not.
It's a government Suicide Squad
Yeah.
for Marvel.
I mean, Suicide Squad is also government.
Yeah, I guess
as
you're
well.
right.
But I feel like their team is less super villain coded,
Yeah.
like kind of anti-hero kind of thing.
Totally. What stands out about Thunderbolts to Sebastian Stan? Florence Pugh says, I have some suspicious thoughts. That's weird. I need the context for that. On the team dynamic, Pugh says, that's the joy of watching them together. They don't play well together. The actors all love each other, though. Mark Verensko says, Thunderbolts is the we have Avengers at home. And it kind of is, but like they know that too, though. So it's like they play off of that. I'm not excited. Let me tell you that. But like they could turn it into something cool.
I'm excited in the sense of seeing Sebastian Stan and Florence Pugh
Hell yeah.
have fun on screen together. Outside of that, I don't know. Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
I mean, it's pretty wild. It's 6:30. So we have like 30 minutes left. And if they're mainly talking about the 3 movies, they're about to be done talking about 2 of them. Regarding the asterisk in the Thunderbolts title, Kevin Feige still refuses to disclose what it means. He does clarify that the group in the movie is not named after Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross.
Interesting.
That's probably why they're saying it's not related to the other movie.
Yeah.
Langley says, I think the asterisk is hinting at a twist where most of the team breaks bad. Wouldn't be surprised. There's also like ties in the comics to the Thunderbolts becoming the Dark Avengers. But like that's like a interesting thing that like involves Norman Osborn, but like the comics and movies and shows are always not 1-to-1 anyway. So I'm sure they can find a way around that. There's your boy, Joe. There's your girl and your boy.
God, look at
No.
him.
They're so cute.
Remember when
We
she
gotta
was
fix
dating
Sebastian
JD
Stan's
from-
hair, though.
Yeah, I was about to say. Face looking good, but hair we need to touch up a little bit.
It was fun to see so many of them reconvened yesterday, the day before, for the Hollywood Walk of Fame star.
Yeah, that was fun. All right. Lewis Pullman's talking about their characters. You know as much about Bob as I do, he says, without going deeper. He's playing the Sentry. Oh, that's
I forgot
right.
that he's in this.
Yeah, originally, and I don't know if this was just like misinformation or whatever, but it was Sentry was originally going to be played by oh man, what's his name from Walking Dead and Nope.
Oh.
I'm blanking
Oh.
even on his character name in Walking Dead.
Glenn?
Glenn, yes, Glenn. Stephen
Oh.
Yeun. Stephen Yeun.
Oh.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Hannah John Kamen on the return of the Ghost. Where we left Ava and where we find Ava is going to be interesting. Julia Louis-Dreyfus says Valentina is after power and control. She wants to kick ass in the Marvel Universe.
Wait,
know.
is Lewis Pullman's name Bob in Thunderbolts?
Yeah, Sentry.
Oh, that's
Bob.
so. Because that was his name in Maverick too. which is
Bob
just random.
Reynolds.
Oh, Lewis Pullman is that's
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that guy. That's awesome.
Yeah, Bill.
Hell
Pullman's
yeah,
in it.
he's fun, man.
Yeah, I like him.
Wyatt Russell says that everyone's going to fucking love me in Thunderbolts. He says that it's really, really fun to be with this group of actors, saying it's one of his favorite experiences working. And he worked on Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, so that's a high praise. What's the best part about still playing? Bucky, I don't know. It's like having 9 lives. How many are left?
Jesus.
He says he was terrified being on the Hall H stage for the first time with Winter Soldier before saying he was honored to be back. Oh, I'm getting hyped, y'all. We're about to get some Fantastic Four shit, and then we get the real stuff.
What are you cracking open, Tim?
One of these, the Voodoo Ranger hard tea situations.
Oh, which one?
The half and half?
The half and half, I think, is my favorite.
What
Yeah,
was
it's
the
cool.
one Blessing was
It was
drinking
like
yesterday?
a bomb pop flavored one, which I don't think is my favorite. I like the peach one too, but I'm also a twisted tea person, which I feel like is not very many people.
I definitely just spilled. I'll be right back. Sorry. We'll have to leave that ding.
Michael Medrano says Amelia Clark is still out there. A shape-shifting ultimate power. Is she going to be in anything? I mean, I think it'd be funny if like Amelia Clark's character in the MCU is treated the exact same as Amelia Clark's character in Star Wars. Yeah, where like we don't see her and then she pops up in a video game like after like 7 years or whatever it was.
I didn't even watch that show. Oops.
We got like 3 episodes in and we were just like so not interested in it whatsoever. So like I know the like big plot spoilers that'll be important, quote unquote.
What are you talking about?
Secret Invasion.
Oh.
Will we ever see Amelia Clark again, Tim? And I guess that we'll see her again in 7 years in a video game for Marvel.
Ha, that's funny. Yeah, that shit's rough. Some of the bigger choices and reveals of that, I really wonder. Like the Rhodey stuff, I really wonder how they're going to handle it. Like, how they're going to retcon it is my question, because I don't think they stick with it.
Or they double down and they're like, he's just been a Skrull the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, because we have Armor Wars. Somehow,
Right.
Armor Wars has returned in movie form.
Right. And was that originally Ironheart and then that evolved into Armor Wars? Or
No,
those
We still have
two separate-
Ironheart.
Wow.
Ironheart's a show, though.
Okay.
Armor Wars got upgraded to a movie.
Some of these MCU projects are getting to be like how I feel about Mission Impossible titles, where I'm like, these are all just like words you could rearrange between them, and I never remember which one's which.
Yeah, I mean, when you have 30 years of reading the comics, like,
Yeah.
it's a little easier to remember some of them, but all right, they're showing Thunderbolts footage.
Apparently Ironheart was finished filming a year ago.
That's the word on the street, but obviously it's a very VFX heavy show because it's her in the
that's
suit.
true.
Apparently, like, I mean, from what I've heard, multiple of the shows are kind of done, and it's just a matter of like pacing
Figuring
them
how
out.
to- Yeah. Because do we have any shows left this year? That we got Agatha. Is that it?
So Agatha's the only one with a locked date, but we have Spider-Man freshman year, or no, but they
Right.
renamed it to Spider-Man, like Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and then Eyes of Wakanda, which is an animated show.
Gotcha.
Those are both slated for this year, but those are unofficial slates. Like, it's
Yeah.
just kind of inside information shit. But that to me, those are D23 announcements.
Don't forget What If.
Yeah, what if season 3? But that's not this year.
Yeah.
And then
I don't know if
X-Men.
I ever started
2.
season 2.
Season 2 was
I
pretty
skipped.
fun, man. Like, I think 1 ultimately had many issues, but how 2 built on where 1 got was pretty impressive. And like, there's more hits than misses, I would say, but not the best thing ever.
Gotcha.
But it's not bad. Definitely not bad. And the final episode's hella sick.
Cool. Yeah, we liked season 1. We've just been so not motivated on the Disney Plus stuff.
Yeah.
We're like, what, 3 weeks out from D23?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
The footage is, hold hold on, let's see. Yeah. Footage is Alexi and Yelena meeting again. It seems to be an extended trailer. You feel fulfilled, she asks him. So full, so filled, he says. But what brings you here? There's something wrong with me. The music is Where's My Mind by the Pixies.
Classic.
Mm-hmm. Tyler Robertson says they're showing Sentry.
Oh, damn.
The Sentry stuff's interesting too because I know I've planted my flag so firmly that we're getting Avengers versus X-Men, but there is an option that Avengers 5 is World War Hulk, which would be fucking awesome. It's just I don't think that's the choice. I think the choice is X-Men.
Yeah, there's a lot of marketing buildup that you would have to do to like really sell people on that as like a main Avengers title, I think.
But they could, if they built it up in these upcoming movies, because having the Red Hulk and then having Sentry in Thunderbolts, like that could be a nice build the storyline for the Avengers 5. But yeah, I don't. Even with that movie, it's not going to be like. I feel like that would be a less impressive adaptation of the comic as opposed to like Civil War that I think is the movies are better than the comic. I don't think that the World War Hulk movie that we might get coming up is going to be as good as the comic because I fucking love the comic.
Yeah.
We get to see the team come together with each being sent by a mysterious benefactor. Someone wants us gone, Yelena says. Eventually you come to realize that there are bad guys and there are worse guys.
Be right back.
Bye. There's a vibe of James Gunn's Suicide Squad to the trailer. Not surprising. What's up, Anslow?
It feels like there's just so much hype around X-Men stuff that Hulk would be just doesn't have that same excitement for just even by name for people who like me who don't know anything about the comic stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's like half of the things I feel like in Marvel that I'm like, I don't know what this is. I'm not excited. Then I've loved. So
Yeah. BD says, I'm pretty sure they just had a scene in Avengers Tower with Val. That's interesting because we still don't know who got
Who
the
bought
fucking
the
tower.
tower.
And like I think easiest and correct answer should be Kingpin. But interesting. If it's Val, I don't hate that.
Do we have a timeline for when Daredevil is supposed to come out?
Next year. Yeah. Yelena visits Red Guardian's apartment, calls him dad, says she's found that the only reason for her to live is killing others. Ghost has a new costume. All the Thunderbolts are individually assigned to the same job, but it's a setup.
Is Wyatt Russell is supposed to be in this too?
Yes. Yeah, he's on stage.
Oh.
All right, Fantastic Four time.
Let's
Matt
go.
Shackman on stage. They're just showing the same picture they've already posted.
I've been like so not into like looking at the subreddit and stuff like that. So getting to hear you and Goldfarb talk about all the prominent theories for Fantastic Four this week was fun.
Yeah.
Do we know if they're doing Doom and Fantastic Four?
Well, we know they're doing Galactus.
Oh, gotcha.
Director Matt Shackman says, we want to be true to the comics, but we want to be true to life. He says of how the powers in Fantastic Four are being approached. He even said that they've gone into the desert to research rocks for the Thing.
Hell yeah.
They're heavily researched the 1960s because it's a period movie. It's a retro future 60s. References Side Mead as an influence. It's something like you've never seen before. That's cool. Fits in with all of the theories as well.
I'm just always going to be a sucker for something that's like highly stylized.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be really fun. a la WandaVision.
Yep. But this sounds like just from the art that they've even shown, like looking at the skylines and stuff, like it seems like it's going to look like this. It's going to be the 60s when it's going to look like Disneyland's Tomorrowland.
Hell yeah.
Which is sick. Because I know it's not entirely accurate, but when I think about that old school Fantastic Four like animated show,
Yep.
like that is what I think.
Totally. The 60s was all about optimism to the director. It's about capturing the spirit and the tone. We're going to see some previs work to get a feel for the movie. It's a film from the Future Foundation. Retro logo. That's lovely. It's fantastic science with Dr. Richards. With Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards.
Robin Van Bender in the chat. Is Pedro Pascal a father trying to get a kid somewhere? That's all I need to know.
That's hella funny.
His go-to.
And Joey, Matt Shackman, the director of Fantastic Four, was also the showrunner for WandaVision.
Oh, love that.
Good vibe. Good fit. What is Future Foundation?
Future Foundation is the Fantastic Four, like, after they are the Fantastic Four and the first family of Marvel for a long time, like, they make the Future Foundation so it's still FF, and, like, it's, like, their kids, and, like, they
Gotcha.
have, like, a whole new era of superheroes that are, like, under the Fantastic Four, essentially, but really cool stuff, and Spider-Man was one of them at a certain point, and he had a sick-ass outfit.
Matt Shackman has like such a random IMDb in terms of the stuff that he's directed. It's like a little bit of everything, which is fun.
I'm not
You're
really
the
too
Worst.
familiar besides... Oh, You're the Worst. Oh, interesting.
Game, it's like one episode on it, like of all of these things: The Great, Succession, The Boys, Billions, Game of Thrones, It's Always Sunny, You're the Worst, Revenge, Fargo, Psych, like Mad Men. It's kind of literally a little bit of everything.
Sick. There's pre-shoot material of the movie shot in 4:3. Pedro has an old school accent as Reed Richards teaching a science class.
Do you think Zack Snyder is in part of the production with the 4:3 shooting?
Oh my god.
Fantastic Four First Steps.
That's what it's called?
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Did it need like a subtitle?
I
Well,
feel like it did.
just to not be the third movie called Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
I guess
that's
it's
fair.
true.
The Fantastic Car is an old catalog that looks straight out of the Jetsons.
I love that.
So just to be clear, guys, the 4:3 is just for the footage, the previous
Yeah,
footage
yeah.
they're showing at Comic-Con. It's not the movie.
That would be wild.
Would be funny though.
I love this logo so much.
Michael Giacchino is composing.
The GOAT, baby. We are in for some shit.
And him doing something like really stylized and like retro, I think will be super fun.
Yeah. BP Fadio in the chat says, what's an old school accent? That is an excellent question that I was thinking myself.
Because I'm thinking if we get the Marvel version of his like Incredibles kind of retro-y vibe, I think that'll be really fun.
Yeah.
Old school accent to me is probably transatlantic.
No. Yeah.
Kind of British, but not really, like Americanized British. My big example that probably not everybody will get, there's like the preppy kids and Bully who are like very much like doing fake kind of British accents because they want to sound superior. It'll probably be the kind of rough vibe.
Footage ended with Galactus looking into the Baxter building. Let's go. Let's fucking go. The Thing said the first time he saw himself in a super suit was a few days ago. I'm still processing it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the Future Foundation TV footage of Reed hosting a 60s Mr. Wizard's kids show lecturing about parallel dimensions, and then the eyes of Galactus lean into the window of the Baxter building. That's rad.
So this has got to be confirmed. They're on a different Earth, right?
Oh
mean,
yeah. I mean, they confirmed that already, like just via the when it was the retro stuff. But essentially, like the theory going now is that they are a alternate universe, and that either Galactus eats their universe and they escape to 616, or some type of incursion shit, or somehow both.
Gotcha.
I think they're going to lean very hard into the incursion shit leading into Secret Wars, which makes sense because that's what the story is. But it's going to be interesting because that would imply that our Fantastic Four that we're about to get will have experiences with X-Men and Avengers and stuff, but from their universe.
Ooh, that could make some fun kind of reference to old school designs.
Yep.
Like not like full on cameos, but just like maybe like you see in the background on a television of like old school Captain America or something. That'd be sick.
All right, here we got a picture of them. These four look
Vanessa
fantastic.
Kirby, MCU. Let's go.
Yeah, dude, let's go.
Now remind me, is she? I was trying to figure this out the other day. Is she Mission Impossible or Fast and Furious or both?
Both.
Both. Okay.
She's Shaw's sister.
Right. Okay. And then who was she in Mission Impossible? Was she in the most recent one?
No. I honestly, is she? I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, am I wrong about that?
I don't think she is. Isn't
She's
it just...
in the new one. She's going to be in
Oh.
7 Part 2.
She was the White Widow. Yeah. She was also in Fallout, apparently.
What? I don't remember that.
It's also been a long time since we've watched those.
Yeah. So the documentary footage had Reed, Sue, Johnny, and Ben as astronauts preparing for the space launch. Close-up of their retro blue spacesuits and helmets. The Fantastic Car flying through alt-universe Manhattan. Reed, Johnny, and the Thing as bachelors on the dating game. This movie's gonna fucking rock.
Oh, is Vanessa Kirby the one that they meet in like the casino-y kind of?
Oh,
place?
yeah, it is.
In the most recent one.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. She was in 6 and
Also,
then 7.
Yeah, Andy says, I can
Seven.
never forget her in Fallout. It changed me. Which always just like, Andy's type always perplexes me.
Types.
Types, yeah.
Well, because then isn't Rebecca Ferguson also an Andy type?
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like there's.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like that's a lot happening in one movie
Oh, yeah.
between the two of them.
Pedro Pascal says, Matt Shackman and I have known each other for 25 years. We had the same talent manager, and he almost became my roommate in 1999, but he saw the place and said no.
Hell yeah.
I love the interconnected Hollywoodness. Everyone in the chat is just saying that Andy's type is just gorgeous women, which
Very fair.
true.
Galactus looks comic accurate. Awesome. The Fantastic Four First Steps is going to be a massive hit. I'm genuinely flabbergasted. It looks like an actual 60s retro futuristic sci-fi tale. The Fantastic Car looks like a Cadillac straight out of the Jetsons. That's sick, man.
As long as Galactus isn't a smoke cloud like that one movie. Is that what he looked like in
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic or the Silver Surfer movie, right?
Oh, yeah.
God.
This is so funny. Nobody except me says, I just realized we thought that he was saying that Vanessa Kirby was in Fallout, the TV show, which is what I thought, to be clear. And I was like, I don't think she was. That's very funny.
Gotcha. Do we know who's playing Silver Surfer?
Silver Surfer has not been confirmed thus far.
Gotcha.
Oh, wait. No, we do. A woman. I don't remember who it is. Those are 3 films for 2025, says Feige, saying the cast of all 3 films will be appearing in the 2 new Avengers movies. Oh, shit. Wait, what? Oh, no. Wait, whoa. That means Fantastic Four are in Avengers 5. Which I'm shocked by. I thought that would be a Secret Wars thing. Huh.
Interesting.
People are saying the actress from Ozark is Silver Surfer.
Oh, that's right. I really like her on Watch What Happens Live.
Oh, Julia Garner.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're going to appear in both Avengers. Huh. Guys, is the dream dead? I don't see them putting the Fantastic Four in an Avengers vs. X-Men movie.
People are saying Russo's in chat.
Confirmed. The Russo brothers are directing the next 2 Avengers movies.
Let's go.
Oh, we're so fucking back. Yes.
Our new singles weren't hitting, so we're going back to the old hits.
Good.
Greatest hits. Let's go.
Oh my God.
I mean, FSI in the chat brings up a good point. Like, unless the Fantastic Four are like the bridge, like they could be like if it is Avengers versus X-Men, they could be in it, but just like more as like a B or C plot that maybe is like more so leading into the next one.
That's a good point. The director video, they did a director reveal video that I hope we get to see one day. And it started with Winter Soldier hallway fight, and all of it was footage of Russo brothers movies, and then it ended in them. That's freaking sick.
New Rockstars has an image of the car, apparently. Oh, hell yeah. Did you see that, Timmy?
No. Wait. New Rockstars?
Someone in chat was saying. Yeah, or discussing film right there, I think.
Oh, discussing film. Boom. Oh, shit.
Yeah, look at that. That looks red as hell, dude.
Oh, dang.
Let's get weird, y'all. That's
I love
sick.
I love it. That looks like some model that my grandpa like probably has at his house, man. That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Do we worry at all about the fact that since the Russos left Marvel, they've had kind of all flops?
Not at all. Because those movies, I feel like, in my opinion, were cash grabs
Didn't
for
really
them.
ever have it. Yeah.
And it's like, what are they good at? Showing off characters we care about. It's like when they're just creating characters from scratch, I think that they don't got the sauce. But I have no concerns at this point. Now, the writers, though, that's the big thing. We need the squad back. Marcus and McFeely. Man,
I love that the crowd is chanting.
Yes. Oh shit! There's a video of
The car flying is crazy.
That's fun. Nobody except me says it's a big ass commitment for them to do it again. It is, man. And like it just makes me very happy because I feel like we need cohesion. Like we can't sequel trilogy the MCU. Like we need to have a plan. We need there to be from point A to point B. And I think that's been the biggest problem is the rush for streaming wars shit. Like just got everything messed up and no one was paying attention to each other. And then the pandemic and then the strikes. This is the way.
Isn't Feige kind of supposed to be that Vision though?
Well, yeah, but then when there's so many other, like, we still need the like actual
Yeah,
products themselves to be good.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I
right,
mean?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. When we directed Avengers Endgame, Joe and I truly believed it was the end of the road for us in the MCU. That 4-movie run was incredible, and it left us creatively spent with all of our emotions on the floor. In the time since, through a very special story, Joe and I have come to potentially see a road forward with you all. It's the biggest story Marvel Comics. It's the biggest story that Marvel Comics ever told. We are, in fact, doing it. Fuck. Yes.
Marvel Studios just tweeted.
What'd they say?
Russo Brothers
Oh.
return to direct Avengers Secret War, May 2027.
Okay. So that means Avengers 5 is 2026? Or is Secret Wars Avengers 5?
That's a great question.
Apparently, logo for Secret Wars is
Here it
up
is.
somewhere.
Here it is.
Nice. Bloody disgusting, maybe. BD tweet. People are saying refresh. Tim.
The new movie before Secret Wars is about the most important character in all of the Marvel Universe. Hall H just turned green. Oh, shit. It's World War Hulk.
Avengers Doomsday is what the chat's saying.
Oh, whoa, Doom! Doom! It's not Hulk, it's Doom! Whoa!
Fuck yes.
Whoa!
Let's go.
Oh, I love that.
Whoa! If we're going to bring Victor Von Doom to the screen, he's one of the most complex characters to the screen. We're going to need the greatest actor in the world to play that character.
Wahoo.
Robert Downey Jr. It's Robert Downey Jr.
No
Oh my
way.
god.
What?
Oh my god.
What?
What the fuck?
Holy fuck.
Insane. What the fuck?
Holy fuck.
Were you saying this earlier?
Yeah, but what? Oh my god. What?
What the fuck? Holy shit.
Holy shit. New mask, same task, says Robert Downey fucking Jr. What the
Holy fuck.
fuck?
He wants to put a suit of armor around the multiverse world, Tim.
Oh, shit. What can I tell you? I like playing complicated characters, says Downey.
Oh, who do we got in the chat now?
We're gonna put a Doom around the world.
What? Dude, okay, this is so funny because going into this, I was just like, I want Robert to be the bad guy, but I don't want him to be Doom.
But now you kind of.
I mean, fuck, no, hey, look, hey, fuck previous Tim. No, this, I am fucking so into this. I can't believe this, though. Here's my thing. It not being Avengers vs. X-Men, I'm very surprised by.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel
Robert
like
Downey
if you-
Jr. being the final villain of this, though, and it being Doom, I have to wait and see. But, oh, I fucking love this. Like,
So
that's the most important thing to me, is the only person that can match Thanos is fucking RDJ.
So he's obviously not. How is this working with him being Stark and all? Like, how do you have any? I don't explain it to me. Like, I'm 5.
I mean, that's the thing, is we'll have to see. Is this Tony Stark Doom or is this Victor Von Doom? They said Victor Von Doom. So I just think he's just an actor playing a different character. Like, I don't think that it's going to be a Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Like,
But him looking like Tony, I think, like, if we're doing, like, multiverse stuff and we're getting like, our MCU characters that we've known, it's definitely going to put, like, some emotional, like, it's going to emotionally fuck them up in a way, which will be fun
Yeah.
and interesting.
I can't fucking believe this. What was it called? Doomsday? Avengers Doomsday?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's sick.
oh, it's here. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god! And the Fantastic Four are going to be in both of these movies.
Hell yeah. And I think you'll get a little bit more of your X-Men.
The reveal
versus
video on
Avengers.
discussing film is very fun.
That's awesome.
I can't imagine what the hall was like for this. Oh my god.
We should have sent you, Tim.
Oh my
We should have sent you.
god. Oh my god. You fucking guys.
Crispy in the chest, he's gonna be so evil.
Oh my god.
I can't imagine
You guys-
the amount
you
of
guys-
work it took to keep that under wraps, getting him
Tim,
around the
yeah.
convention center.
What
We're-
you got, Tim?
We're gonna get a Robert Downey Jr. Stark variant versus Doctor Doom. We're gonna get it. This is insane. But yeah, Joey, you're right. Like, this is like, we had been talking about this, but on some fucking fan booking, like, it would be crazy if they did this shit. There was no evidence that this was real.
Yeah.
And look at this. Kevin
This
Feige,
is
the
crazy.
Russos, and Robert Downey.
Yeah.
Jr.
The idea of like
Jr.
getting Robert Downey Jr. incognito into Comic-Con so that nobody is seeing this is crazy.
Yeah.
as Doom.
Yeah. The only other debate to have someone like sneak around through Comic-Con that could match this was the Bryan Cranston wearing a Walter White mask throughout
Oh, yeah.
Comic-Con and then going up on stage and taking it off, and it was just him.
Doomsday, man. Oh, that's fucking cool.
I love that picture with the person like cheering with their arms up
Yeah.
with Doomsday in the background.
Oh. And I love that he's still just doing the Tony pose. Oh my god,
Since
y'all.
Iron
This
Man
is
1, man.
so sick. The most important character in the Marvel Universe. This is so amazing because like Doctor Doom is so fucking awesome. And Doctor Doom is so integral to the Secret Wars storyline, both the 80s one and more importantly, the 2015 one, which is what this movie's actually going to take after.
Right.
And Barrett, I don't know if you've read it. If not, you should.
I know. I've been told for years I need to read it.
But it's one of those ones where it's like, it is never too late. It is
Yeah.
fucking amazing and incredible. And I knew that they could pull it off without Doom. But the fact that they're like, no, we're
We
going
gotta
to
do
do it with Doom.
Yeah.
With a setup movie. With Fantastic Four leading in like, oh. Man. People in the chat saying the best comic event of all time. I agree. Like, I really, really agree. Like, the Infinity Gauntlet stuff is fucking so cool. The comic wasn't that great, if I'm being honest. Oh, man.
Do we have
I'm in a good mood,
a
you
date
guys.
for it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Joe. Look at this. Look at that. I guess not an actual
Crazy.
date. Although we could probably
Or
look
like
at...
a time frame?
We have Disney's, like... We do have the list of their dates. I don't know if it
26
goes all the
and
way to 2027, so we might not. But, like, I'm sure we could, within a couple days.
I think we
figure
could
it out.
probably find a 2026 date. Yeah.
Gold Farm just texts us saying, I love that they didn't even acknowledge Kang or acknowledge that this is a change.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not.
Don't need to, you know?
Yeah, just fucking get on track. Build a story, build the hype. This is, man. Yeah. Like, to think about Fantastic Four coming in 2025, months before, that's November. So that'll be months before we get into Doomsday. You got to imagine we get the Doom tease as either a post credits or as a plot point of Fantastic Four. And then months later, we get Avengers 5. And then that builds to Avengers Secret Wars. So now here's my question. What are the movies in between? Because we have Brave New World for Captain America.
Right.
And then Thunderbolts. And then Fantastic Four. Off the top of my mind, I can't remember what comes after that. But
there's rumors of Thor 5, right?
Well, but that's the thing is like if Thor 5 or Doctor Strange 3 and Shang-Chi 2 were going to happen that year, we would have heard it today. So there are movies that are confirmed that I just don't remember. There's Armor Wars, but like I don't know if we ever had a date for that, did we? And then there's Spider-Man 4, which
that's a weird one. People are saying Blade in chat.
Yeah, I think Blade they keep after this.
Yeah, especially I think didn't another writer just leave Blade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rogue 4 says, Tim, can Secret Wars be the first comic I ever read? Yes, with a Thunderbolt-sized asterisk. Here's the thing. I feel like you need to just let yourself be overwhelmed and just trust the story, and they'll get you where you need to go. It is literally the biggest story in Marvel history. It is combining the Ultimate Universe and the 616 universe, like, directly. So there's so much going on, but there's so much artistry to the story being told that all of that is just kind of like window dressing for like what's actually happening. And the story they're telling is so good. I would say don't start with Secret Wars itself. Start with, I think it's called Time Runs Out, which is I think 6-issue run that is a little bit of backstory that will like kind of get you. It does a good job of telling you where everything is, and then the actual Secret Wars, if you just read that series, you'll be fine. There's a bazillion different spin-offs, and there's Battle World, and there's a whole bunch of things. That's all optional. I don't think you like if it's your first comic, don't overwhelm yourself. Just Time Runs Out, lead into Secret Wars. But if you're like, yo, I'm fucking in, I'm hyped, I want to be all in on this, and I love the Avengers, and I want to know one of the best stories ever. CW Gordon in the chat says, read all of Jonathan Hickman's Avengers run, and I promise you that if you do, you will not regret it. Because that essentially, that is a 100-issue lead into Secret Wars, and it's fucking good.
What do you think Jonathan Majors is doing?
Also, shout out to Discussing Film in the chat, who says Marvel Unlimited, I think, has the whole Hickman Avengers to Secret Wars. So
hell yeah. Hey, Discussing Film, thank you for being here. Shout out to you. I imagine you might be the best friend I met at Summer Game Fest, the Discussing Film in the chat right now. But thank you for
Discussing Film. We love you.
The team being out there.
Rarely does a week go by where we're not discussing film things in Slack about all of our various interests.
Phil Jones says, kind of funny games. They showed Final Fantasy. Fantastic Four release date is July 25th.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
A year from now. A year from this weekend.
Dang. So we're going to get Cap 4 in February, Thunderbolts in May, and then Fantastic Four in July, and then nothing after that?
Is Thunderbolts confirmed for May?
I thought it was. I'm pretty sure. Wait, okay, I'm gonna go. This is fucking crazy. That's a wrap. Yeah, so that's the end.
Do we not get Blade at the end of next year?
It got delayed.
No, yeah. They're having writing
millions of issues.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you guys.
I can't believe RDJ's back.
Yeah, Thunderbolts.
Doom!
I know, that's fucking insane.
What are the in-between movies?
Shang-Chi? Too?
I mean, again, I feel like they would have announced that here. Like,
I mean,
there is next year.
No matter
but
what it is, I feel like it's weird that we don't have any confirmation on any in between movies of like what they would be. Domino in chat says maybe D23.
Yeah, there is D23. That's true. Like,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I do think that this was a fantastic presentation. Like,
Yeah.
let's build up the hype of Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's not overwhelm. We don't need to talk about 3 million things. They didn't even talk about Agatha all along. Like, this was...
Which honestly I think is smart.
100%. Like, or Daredevil even, which, like, people would be hyped for. But the 3 movies that we know have to happen because they're being produced already, 2 of them maybe less exciting in Cap 4 and Thunderbolts, but then Fantastic Four, everyone's super hyped for. And then tease where we're going not too far from now. I mean, the idea that, and I'm sure that these things will get delayed, but the idea that in May 2027, we will have our next Endgame, that's
Wild.
3 years from now. That's crazy to me. But 3 years.
I mean,
So in
we have
3
to-
years,
Yeah.
if the
we
movies
have-
are the 3 I just named, and then these 2, I
Yeah.
don't know. What else do you put in there? Ah! What are you going to say, Barrett?
No, nothing. I was because like if we remember, like I feel like the true build up to the Infinity War stuff really started with Phase 3. I think you were saying earlier, like, you know, in the first 2 phases when we start to get the reveal of like the cube being a stone and all this stuff, it was like definitely like, oh, they finally figured out what to do and what to build up to. I think they could pull it off from here. It does make me a little nervous though. It's like, yeah, 2 years from now we're gonna get the first of these 2 movies.
Yeah. But again, I also think it's time. Like, I feel like they have spilled all of the different colored paint onto the giant paper right now, and it's not looking like a beautiful picture. I think it's time to take that and start making the picture, because we've had... Secret Wars is definitively the end of the multiverse saga. There is not more multiverse after that.
Yeah.
There fucking will be, because of the world we live in. But, like, story-wise, that is the end. So I think that they need to, with Loki and WandaVision and Doctor Strange 2 and Deadpool 3 and every single multiverse thing that they've been doing in this saga that is the multiverse saga, it's time to land the plane.
Yeah.
And I feel like the moves need to start getting gear in there. And yeah, Cabbage Dynamite says MCU reset. That's what this is. Secret Wars needs to be, and I do think will be, the end of the MCU as we know it. After this, it'll be some form of reboot, some form of, it'll be a fresh start. Well, they'll keep some elements, but they're going to change a lot of them. There'll be new origin stories for classic characters and go forward, but...
Yeah, I think after so many years with so many projects and how complicated it got, especially in the multiverse saga, I think that's got to be the move.
Yeah.
It'll be
Reese
interesting to see.
Hawk. Oh, sorry.
No,
Sorry, I
go
thought you were
ahead.
done. Oh, I was just saying, Reese Hawk put in a super chat and said it's obviously a ways out, but can the movies build to Secret Wars in time / can it live up to the hype?
I think so. I definitely do. What's crazy to me is that, like, this shows me, like, we're never going to get Avengers vs. X-Men in a proper way, which, like, is not the end of the world. Like, Avengers vs. X-Men, how I always saw it in my head, was a means to an end to get all the classic X-Men movie characters we like in a movie with the Avengers that we like. Like, the Avengers vs. X-Men comic is... I'm being a little mean here, but dog shit. So... It was always going to have to just be a new story using the name. And I've been hyped on that because we are running out of time that we can use James Marsden's Cyclops. So, like, we cannot use him after Secret Wars. So, at the end of the day, though, we don't need to use him again. But I also think that those characters will be in Secret Wars.
Yeah, we'll get an Avengers versus X-Men sequence, you know, in Secret Wars, you know.
Yeah. So
I have faith, just kind of like looking back at Phase 3, right? Like Captain America was Civil War was the first movie of Phase 3, and that was 2016, and then Endgame was just a little bit less than 3 years later. I think it's really going to have to depend on what these in between movies are. I think you can even just Fantastic Four, I think, can lead into Doomsday in a way that will feel satisfying.
Yeah.
I think it's going to really depend on what are the moves in between Doomsday and Secret Wars to really have this feel cohesive and maybe not have everything, but most things in the last few years tied together that we can have some closure, some reclosure, all that stuff for a new reset.
I totally agree, but the interesting thing is I think that we are weirdly in a place that there aren't many lingering storylines that need closure that don't have pretty clear places they're going to be closed off.
Mhm.
Like I can't think of any like hot ticket items of like, oh man, like these storylines need to come to a head that aren't building to Secret Wars. Like any like open thread is building incursions. So
Yeah.
or like the Celestial, but that's going to be dealt with in Brave New World. What's interesting here is like, I mean, we've kind of known this, but like the new X-Men, it kind of seems are going to be then post Secret Wars, which I do think is the right move. Like,
yeah, that's smart.
Close out multiverse with the things we know, and then move forward with the new after. But
I think I was thinking more so on like character building and kind of closing side, less so like plot and building, like threads and stuff, you know.
But with that, like, what character questions do you have? Like, if we never saw Thor again, his story's over, right? Like,
yeah.
Doctor Strange is one that has an open plot, but it's directly to Secret Wars with the incursions in the Third Eye. I just feel
I think it's less so of like cliffhangers or things feeling incomplete, more so of just like, all right, at the end of No Way Home, right? We get a little bit more of who we kind of think of as Spider-Man at the very end of that movie. Like, where does he fit into kind of all of this, and does he fit into after Secret Wars? Was it in the Marvels? Why am I blanking on her actual hero name?
Monica Rambeau.
No, Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel.
Marvel, yeah.
Like kind of like we're like kind of teams and their relationships with each other. I think I'm a bit more interested in how those things are built up, because as far as like single character story goes, I think like, yeah, you have a very good point of like a lot of things have been wrapped up, but the thing that shouldn't be understated in the first three phases were the character dynamics that were so well built up that when we got to the big Infinity War crossover and Endgame crossover, like all of that felt so good and satisfying. Whereas like everything that we've gotten so far, or most things that we've gotten so far, have felt so siloed. So again, I think that's why it's like whatever happens in these in between movies, in between Doomsday and Secret Wars, I think, I don't know, it'll be interesting. Blade is.
You're so right, but check this out, and I think this is important to remember: is as weird as it is right now that Shang-Chi hasn't interacted with anybody really in years. Think about the fact that Black Panther came out 3 months before Infinity War. He was in Civil War, but when his music hit in Infinity War, we all lost our minds.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much to get us where we need to be. When there's focus and when there's directors like the goddamn Russo brothers involved.
It at least, I don't know, Blade is still technically slated for November 7th, 2025. I imagine we'll get.
I don't think it is. I think it got officially pushed.
Okay.
And I think that officially pushed, like, they're not going to come out on the stage here and be like, oh, it's delayed. But, like,
right.
One of the trades was like, yeah, it's that November Disney slot is open now. But Blade, I don't think we're going to get Blade until after Secret Wars. Unless Blade is
one of the in-betweens.
I could see them. I don't know. I can see them.
They got to get that script done, man. Like they keep losing writers.
But I can see them just turning it into a Midnight Suns movie, and that way it's like, all right, cool. It's Mahershala Ali's Blade and Jon Snow from Eternals and Moon Knight and Werewolf by Night, like all the other characters, you know.
I forgot Moon Knight happened.
Yeah,
also, I might have been misspeaking, but it's the directors I think they keep losing, maybe not the writers. Because yeah, right now there's still no director attached to Blade, so there's no way that movie's coming out anytime soon.
BP Fadio brings up an incredibly important thing, actually, that I do think is going to happen between these things, which is Young Avengers. I don't know how that's going to look, whether it's a movie, if it's a show, if it's even called Young Avengers. But one of the storylines that they clearly are attaching to and building with Agatha all along, even being a part of this, is the Scarlet Witch, like getting her back because she's coming back, and the Children's Crusade storyline from Young Avengers, where it was about getting Scarlet Witch back, essentially. Like, and oh my God, you know who was incredibly involved in that romantically with Wanda? Dr. Doom.
Oh, that's weird. I don't like that though, because that's already Jay now. That's weird.
Huh. Because the Young Avengers, they've already started setting up. Like Kate Bishop and Miss Marvel, like in the post credits or the ending of the Marvels, right? Like they did that setup. So I don't know where they play that out though. That's the problem. Unless it's a show, which I think it probably should be. If they literally just had a show that's called Young Avengers Children's Crusade, this would be, oh man. I'm getting way too hyped right now. Langley says Young Avengers has never actually been announced. No, I know that, but like, there are enough of the Young Avengers that are already in the universe.
Like,
Joe, you're cutting out. You there, Joey? Barrett? Uh-oh. Am I done? Do y'all hear me? Uh-oh. I don't hear anybody. Can I play some relaxing music? Okay. This is weird.
Discord's freaking out.
Joey's back, everybody.
There we go. There we go.
go.
Yeah, Discord was kicking me out and not letting me back in.
Langley says there's a Vision Quest show on Disney Plus coming. That's true too. There's Vision Quest, there's Wonder Man, and some other shit.
Vision Quest. Interesting.
All right. Well, oh man, this did not go the way I thought it was going to go. But I got to be honest with you. I think I might even be more excited now.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
Because like, to me, the end game is the most important part. Like getting to a villain that can pay off, that we can trust, getting the Russos back is so important to me. And I know that this is not the most important thing, but I want the world to be as excited about MCU as I am, and I think that this is the way to get that to happen. So they have their work ahead of them.
Yes.
But I think the paint is on the table to make a beautiful painting.
I don't think the world is going to be on the same level as maybe some of us, especially you, Tim, probably until Fantastic Four.
I mean, yeah. But I think if they can nail everything from there on, that's phase 3.
They're building something up, right? Yeah. And so I don't know if we'll see audience kind of turn out like we did for Deadpool and Wolverine this weekend for Captain America and Thunderbolts especially. But if those are at least decent and starts spreading like word of mouth of like, okay, like the MCU's kind of back, whatever. And then Fantastic Four bringing such a new and different energy. I think that's where we start to see like, oh shit, let's go.
Those movies, to your point earlier about like character and plot, I think those movies need to close out some character plots, or at least like set up this is what the Avengers looks like now, before we get into Doomsday. So we don't need to spend time figuring it all out. Cause like we don't have an Avengers right now, but even today, like Harrison Ford's in the trailer they showed straight up said like, I want you to make a new Avengers. So
yeah.
Whew. All right. Well, clearly, I'm going to talk about a lot of this stuff for the rest of my life, and you guys are going to be able to watch that on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. On Monday, we are going to react to a bunch of trailers during the normal Gamescast time. At 11 a.m. is going to be us talking about Comi-Con, any of the hype stuff that happened, watching some trailers, looking at posters, I'm sure discussing this stuff. And then the Kind of Funny podcast for KF members will be a discussion. I'm pretty sure it's me, Nick, Greg, and Andy talking about a normal group, talking about the state of the MCU.
Which will be very exciting.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited.
A lot of good combos Monday.
Yeah, this should be great. All right. Well, thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for putting up with some of the, less impressive tech we got going on. But they also didn't show any trailers at all, which I'm not mad at. I don't think that we need to be seeing too much right now. Like, it's a ways away till these movies start actually coming out. So let's care about how we're treating the hype for the going forward to fucking Secret Wars with Robert Downey Jr. as Victor Von Doom. Oh, man. Thank you, Barrett and Joey, for hanging out with me. Thank all of you for watching with us. I'm going to go just sit with my thoughts, if I'm being honest. So, Barrett, if I just hit stop streaming in OBS, is that all I need to do?
So the first thing you're going to want to do, if you have the back end of YouTube up, you're going to hit stop streaming there first.
Okay, I can do that.
Hi, chat.
Let's see. Boom. Boom.
Maybe don't show it on screen, though.
Oh, shit. That's a good call. That's a very good call. Sorry about that. Where would I go to do that?
I can do it. Hold on. I'm glad I'm here. I was originally going to be busy around this time, but that changed, so I can be our little last-minute tech back up here. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to end the stream in just a couple seconds. So, Tim, give us one more goodbye.
Y'all are the best. Thank you so much. This has been awesome. I really can't fucking believe it. This is everything. This is fucking everything. But until next time, have a marvelous day.